Good evening, students. So we are going to start a new chapter for class 11, and the name of the chapter is Mathematical Tools. So you might be little confused that either sir is going to teach us physics or maths. So I am going to teach you physics only, but this is the name of the chapter, Mathematical Tools, and this is the very first chapter in your syllabus. This has been included in your syllabus so that you will become familiar with mathematical operators and few mathematical formulas so that you can apply it later in your further studies of physics. When you study physics, you have concepts and you have to apply your maths, okay, or mathematical operators. That is why it is included in your physics syllabus, mathematical tools. And in the mathematical tools, the very first thing or the very first topic which we are going to cover is differentiation. This is the name. Class 11th and 12th maths students will become very familiar. Okay, in mathematics, in fact, class 12, there is only two things: differentiation and integration, and that covers out 65% of the syllabus. But here, those who are going to opt bio, I will teach you differentiation and integration so that you can apply. Up to that, I will tell you that you can apply that in your physics syllabus. So don't worry about that. So let us begin. Differentiation. Suppose y is a function of x. Y is a function of x. In maths you have studied this. What is the meaning of this? इसका मीनिंग ये है कि अगर y x का फंक्शन है, so the value of x is depending on the value of y. So that y can be any value, and that value will have only one variable, that will be x. That is the guarantee. तो ये वैल्यू जो है x स्क्वायर प्लस x भी हो सकती है, sin x भी हो सकती है, cos x भी हो सकती है. Any value this can have, but this will be a function of x only. Okay? तो y की वैल्यू पूरी तरीके से डिपेंड कर रही है x की वैल्यू पे. If you will change the value of x, obviously there will be a change in the value of y. So let us consider change in value of x. Change in value of x. B del x. What is this del? Actually del is delta. Okay, we pronounce it delta, लेकिन शॉर्ट में हम इसको del लिखते हैं. और ये हमेशा चेंज के लिए डिनोट किया जाता है. जहां पर भी चेंज होगा किसी वैल्यू में, वहां पे हम del से उस चेंज को शो करेंगे. फॉर एग्जांपल, आई हैव अ वायर ऑफ लेंथ l and I stretched it. मैंने इसको खींचा और इसको खींचने की वजह से इसकी लेंथ जो है वो बढ़ गई. ओके, एंड से द लेंथ बिकम, ओके, इतना तो l ही है. ओके, एंड व्हाट इज द चेंज इन लेंथ? इतना जो स्ट्रेच हुआ है, दैट विल बी नोन एज del. So total length will be now l plus del. So whenever there is a change, we denote that change by del only. Okay, so let us consider the change in the value of x be del x. We can increase the value of x or we can decrease the value of x. Now, if you will change the value of x, will the value of y be affected by this? Yes, of course, yes. The value of y will also be affected by this. And let us consider change in value of y be del y. Okay. So, what is the rate of change? Rate of change is equal to del y upon del x. अब ये रेट कैसे निकालना? तो इस रेट को समझते हैं. देखिए, del x चेंज के लिए what is the change in the value of y? Del y. So for unit change, what is the change? Del y upon del x, and this is known as rate of change of y. We can say rate of change of y with respect to x. WRTX means with respect to x. Now when this rate of change will be taken when del x is tending to 0. इसको समझिएगा. Rate of change is del y upon del x. Okay. Now if del x is tending to 0, ऐसे लिखते हैं. Okay. It is not actually equal to 0. Del x is not 0, but it is going towards 0, shifting towards 0. So what will be there? जैसे जैसे ये change कम होता चला जाएगा del x का, वैसे वैसे y भी अपनी ओरिजिनल वैल्यू में आते रहेगा. Okay, so this rate of change when del x is tending towards 0 is known as differential coefficient, and this is denoted by dy upon dx. So rate of change when del x is tending towards 0 is known as differential coefficient. Differential coefficient. So differential coefficient is always written in this way. This is how I have written dy upon dx is known as the differential coefficient. So this was the physical meaning of differentiation. I hope you understood this. And now we are going to write few identities, few formulas, so that you can apply the differentiation on your day-to-day life. So I am going to erase this all. I hope you understood this. Now students, there are few formula related to differentiation, and these formulas you actually have to learn it. यहाँ पर आपको फिजिक्स में इन फॉर्मूलाज का प्रूफ नहीं होगा. So proof you will study in your further studies in maths, and bio students don't need to have to prove it. Okay, you have to learn the formula. So few identities, few formulas I am going to write, and you should learn it. So d upon dx, this is differentiation sign. Suppose we have a function in the form of log. Okay, log is a function. So you will get 1 upon x. Log x का differentiation 1 upon x, you have to learn it. Okay, suppose we are differentiating e power x. E power x is known as exponential function. So you will get e power x only. Now suppose you are going to differentiate a function which is given in the form of product of two functions. Okay, m into n, you can write u into v. Okay, so let us consider u into v. अगर हमें दो फंक्शंस के प्रोडक्ट की फॉर्म में अगर हमें दे रखा है, डिफरेंशिएट हमें करना है, एंड दिस इज आल्सो नोन एज प्रोडक्ट रूल. पहले आप इनको बिल्कुल लर्न करते चले जाइए, रटते चले जाइए, वी कैन से, एंड लेटर ऑन आई विल यूज इट, अप्लाई इट, एप्लीकेशन देखेंगे इसकी. So d upon dx, u into v is equal to, firstly we will write u, then differentiation of v, then we will write v and differentiation of first. First को लिखा, second का differentiation plus second लिखा, first का differentiation. Now fourth one, suppose differentiation is given in the form of quotient, division की form में दे रखा है, तो function है जो divide की form में है, then we will write the first one, and we will do the differentiation of numerator minus, then we will write numerator, and we will do the differentiation of denominator and divided by denominator square. So this is the identity you have to learn. And next one, suppose we have to do the differentiation of a function which is given in the form of x power n. तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होने वाला है, इसको बिल्कुल लर्न कर लीजिएगा. ऑल फॉर्मूलाज यू हैव टू लर्न. Strictly I am saying this. Okay, so d upon dx x power n is equal to n x power n minus 1. Now I can show you the example for this identity. D upon dx x power n is equal to n x power n minus 1. For example, suppose हमें दिया जाए find differentiation of say x power 5 with respect to x. So what we will do? So we have to actually calculate differentiation sign as d upon dx x power 5. So we know one identity, d upon dx x power n is actually equal to n x power n minus 1. So d upon dx x power 5 will be equal to 5 x power 5 minus 1. So 5 x power 4. So this is going to be the differentiation for x power 5. तो ऐसे ही अगर हमें किसी भी जनरलाइज्ड पावर की फॉर्म में दे रखा है, we can apply this identity and we can solve it. But firstly you have to learn it. So you should learn all these identities. Even I will provide you one PDF file. There you can, from there you can note it down. Now we are going to solve further, and we have to learn further formulas. So I am going to continue this lecture. And this you have to write. I will provide you the file, or you can take the screenshot. I have erased it. You can take the screenshot and you can note it down somewhere in your rough notebook. Now students, after this we are coming to the trigonometric functions and we will try to differentiate this. So suppose we are differentiating sin x, d upon dx sin x. The differentiation of sin is always equal to cos. So d upon dx sin x is cos x. Suppose we are differentiating cos x. We are going to get sin x but minus sin x. This you have to learn. Now next one, d upon dx tan x. So the value of this is sec square x. So might be you are thinking सर सब कुछ लर्न ही करना है, कोई भी डेरिवेशन या कोई भी जो हम आइडेंटिटीज लर्न कर रहे हैं उसको सॉल्व नहीं करना है और can't we solve this. So I am going to prove this that y d upon dx tan x is sec square x. So d upon dx tan x, can we write tan x as sin x upon cos x? Obviously we can write, आपने trigonometry में पढ़ा होगा class 10 में. So d upon dx, tan is the ratio of sin and cos. So d upon dx, right now I have told you one identity. अगर हमें numerator upon denominator के फॉर्म में हो तो हम denominator लिखते हैं, numerator का differentiation minus numerator, denominator का differentiation divided by denominator square. So same identity we are going to apply here. So first thing what we have to do, we should write the denominator, differentiation of numerator minus numerator, differentiation of denominator divided by denominator square. So cos x square x. Now see, what will be the differentiation of cos x? Sin x, sorry. Sin x differentiation will be cos x minus sin x. Okay, and then cos differentiation minus sin x. We should learn it. So minus sin x into minus sin x divided by cos square x. Now cos into cos square x. Then minus sin into minus sin. That will be plus sin square x divided by cos square x. Now sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. 1 upon cos square x. 1 upon cos square x is how much? Sec square x. So this is what we needed to prove. तो यहाँ पर हमने आइडेंटिटी को यूज किया और हमने इसको प्रूव किया. So same concept based questions are there which we will solve further. Now you should learn these identities. Okay. Now we will go further and we will discuss about more identities. Now students, the next one, sin cos tan we have done. Sin cos tan, then cot. So cot we are going to solve, and you can solve by yourself. If I could be there in the class, I could give this as a task to solve. But right now I am going to solve it. तो cot को हम कैसे solve करेंगे? Again cot we can write in the form of cos x upon sin x. Okay. Now what we will do? पहले हम sin को लिखेंगे. Cos का differentiation. Same identity I am applying. Okay, you can understand this now. So denominator, numerator का differentiation minus numerator, denominator differentiation divided by denominator square. Now what will be this? Sin x. D upon dx cos x is minus sin x minus cos x. What is the differentiation of sin? Sin differentiation is cos only, divided by sin square x. So sin into minus sin, that will be minus sin square x minus cos into cos minus cos square x divided by sin square x. Now between these two what is common? Minus is common, तो minus को जब हम common ले लेंगे sin square x plus cos square x divided by sin square x. So what you will get? That will be minus 1 divided by sin square x. 1 upon sin square x cosec square x. So now you can understand d upon dx cot x is actually equal to minus cosec square x. पर ये सभी आइडेंटिटीज आपको एज इट इज लर्न होनी चाहिए. I ask you d upon dx cot x, you are able to tell minus cosec square x and so on. Now we will solve further trigonometric functions. Cot तक हो गया, sin, cos, tan, cot. Now we should solve sec. Sec and cosec are remaining. Yes. So we are going to solve this. तो देखिए sec को कैसे solve करेंगे. What is the differentiation of sec? What we can write, देखिए sec का हमारे पास डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला तो है. So what we can write sec x. Sec x we can write as 1 upon cos x. Sec को हम लिख सकते हैं 1 upon cos x. Okay. So what we will do, cos x को लिखेंगे न्यूमरेटर का डिफरेंशिएशन, माइनस न्यूमरेटर को लिखेंगे डिनोमिनेटर का डिफरेंशिएशन, divided by denominator square. So this will be cos x d upon dx 1. Now students, देखिए किसी भी कांस्टेंट का डिफरेंशिएशन, वन इज अ कांस्टेंट, इज ऑलवेज जीरो. किसी भी कांस्टेंट का डिफरेंशिएशन हमेशा जीरो होता है. सो व्हाई द डिफरेंशिएशन ऑफ अ कांस्टेंट इज जीरो? मैंने आपको क्या बताया, del y upon del x when the del x is tending to zero is actually the differentiation. अब देखिए x की वैल्यू में आने वाले चेंज की वजह से डिफरेंशिएशन निकलता है. क्या cos की वैल्यू कभी चेंज हो सकती है? कैन वी चेंज द वैल्यू ऑफ अ कांस्टेंट? कांस्टेंट की वैल्यू कभी चेंज होगी? नो. सो देयर इज नो चेंज इन द वैल्यू ऑफ अ कांस्टेंट. दैट इज व्हाई del x is equal to 0. So that the differentiation of any constant is always 0. Minus 1 and 2. What is the differentiation of cos? The differentiation of cos is minus n divided by cos square x. Now minus into minus plus sin x divided by cos square x. अब इसको सॉल्व कीजिए. sin upon cos tan, 1 upon cos sec. So tan x into sec x is the differentiation of sec x. I hope you understood this. Now d upon dx, the last one, sin cos tan cot sec, we have solved cosec x. So cosec x, can we write it as 1 upon sin x? Of course we can write. So sin and d upon dx 1 minus 1 d upon dx sin x divided by sin square x. Now what will be there? Constant का differentiation again. 1 is a constant, 0. 0 minus d upon dx sin x cos x divided by sin square x. Now 0 में से cos x minus करेंगे, we will get minus cos x divided by sin square x. अब इस रेशियो को थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई कीजिए. You will get cos upon sin is actually cot, okay, and 1 upon sin is cosec. But don't forget there is negative sign also. So this is the differentiation. So someone asked us what is the difference d upon dx cosec x. तो हमें बिल्कुल लर्न होना चाहिए minus cot x into cosec x. What is the differentiation of sec x? We have solved it already. Sec x into tan x or tan x into sec x. So students, in today's video we have discussed all about differentiation and few formulas. So इनको अच्छे से learn कीजिए, इनकी practice कीजिए, and in the next lecture we will go further and we will discuss other topics. So thank you, God bless you. Good evening students, class 11th. So we are going to solve few questions for mathematical tools. Okay, so I am writing the questions from differentiation. I really hope that before coming to this video you have watched my previous video for better understanding, or if you have attended the classes on Zoom app you may understand this. So students, the very first question I am going to begin with is to find the differentiation of cos ax plus b. So this is given to us and we have to differentiate this. So how to differentiate this? Or firstly we will write d upon dx. So this shows that we are differentiating this function with respect to x. So d upon dx cos ax plus b. Now what is the differentiation of cos x. We already have studied that is sin x. So that will be, sorry, minus sin x. So this will be minus sin ax plus b. Students, we are differentiating cos ax plus b and we have taken it as x because we have written minus sin ax plus b, but this is not a x, this is a function of x. So instead, for writing this only, we have to differentiate this function of x and this will be in the multiply of the particular answer, and this is known as chain rule, the rule which I have currently used. So this will be minus sin ax plus b into what will be the differentiation of ax, that will be a. What will be the differentiation of b? This will be 0. So the answer will be minus a sin ax plus b. So this is how we can solve such kind of questions. One more question which I am going to solve is to find the differentiation of log x square. This we have to differentiate. What should we do? Firstly, let us assume this. Let y is equal to log x square. We have assumed this function as y. So now, which function we are actually going to calculate? We are going to calculate the differentiation of this function with respect to x. So we are going to actually differentiate y. So this we can write as dy upon dx. So dy upon dx will be d upon dx of this particular function. Let us substitute the value of y here. Okay. Now students, we already know one formula, d upon dx, x power n is equal to n x power n minus 1. Now if we apply this formula on the same, then this will be how much? So this will be d upon dx x power n is equal to n x power n minus 1. So this will be dy upon dx is equal to 2 log x power 2 minus 1. Okay, now we have solved it as considering it x, but this is a function of x. So again, one thing which will be in multiply, and that will be the differentiation of log x. Okay, so dy upon dx will be 2 log x. Okay, power 2 minus 1 will remain 1 only, and d upon dx log x will be 1 upon x. So if we write it on the front, that will be d upon dx is equal to 2 upon x log x. This is going to be the answer. I hope you understood this. Okay, now we will solve further questions. If s is equal to 2t cubed minus 3t square plus 2, then find the position, velocity and acceleration of a particle at the end of 2 seconds. So for t is equal to 2 seconds, these things which we have to calculate: position, velocity and acceleration at t is equal to 2 seconds. This we have to calculate. So now students, s is given to us. S is the displacement of the particle. So as soon as you will substitute the value of t, you will get the position of the object. So firstly we are going to calculate the position of the object. So s is equal to 2t cube minus 3t square plus 2. They are asking for t is equal to 2 seconds. So let us substitute t is equal to 2 seconds. So s is equal to 2 into 2 cube minus 3 into 2 square plus 2. So s is equal to 2 cube will be 8 minus 2 square 4, 3s are 12 plus 2. S is equal to 16 minus 12 plus 2. So s is equal to 4 plus 2. That will be 6. And this is the position. So position should be in meter. So 6 meter is going to be the answer. The first one. Then they are asking for velocity. We already know that velocity is equal to, by what we have studied in class 9th, we have studied that velocity is equal to displacement upon time. This is what we have studied. Okay, so velocity, for calculating v, if this is the position, okay, if this is the position, then velocity will be, suppose I am considering this as x. X is the position of the object, then velocity will be dx upon dt. So this will be differentiation of 2t cube minus 3t square plus 2. Now students, we already know that whenever we are having a larger function which is given in the form of product, or which is given in the form of sum or in the form of difference, then we differentiate this separately. Okay, for example, individually we have to differentiate 2t cube minus d upon dt, then 3t square, then plus d upon dt 2. Now students, whenever we are differentiating, when there is a constant and there is a variable together in the form of product, then the constant comes out from the bracket, and that will be d upon dt t cube minus 3 in the similar way will be out d upon dt t square plus, what is the differentiation of a constant? The differentiation of a constant is always 0. So this will be 0. Now students, we will get 2 into 3t square minus 3 into 2t plus 0. Now those who don't understand that why t cube differentiation is 3t square, let me tell you one formula. D upon dx, x power n is equal to n x power n minus 1. So you can apply the same identity here. So d upon dt, t cube will be how much? This will be 3 t की power 3 minus 1. So this will be 3t square. By the similar way I have solved it. Now just solve it. So you will get velocity is equal to 2 into 3t square, this will be 6t square, minus 3 into 2t, that will be 60. Okay, so this is the velocity, but they have asked for a particular case. They have asked for t is equal to 2 seconds. So let us substitute the value t is equal to 2 seconds. So velocity is equal to 6 into 2 square minus 6 into 2. So this will be 6 into 4 minus 12. So 24 minus 12, this will be 12. Now this is the velocity, so this should be in, and by this relation also we can understood this, that we have dx upon dt. Position was in meter and time was in second, so this will be meter per second, and we already know the unit for velocity. So by the same relation, this will remain meter per second. So velocity we have calculated, position we have calculated, one thing is remaining, and that is acceleration. So we are going to calculate acceleration. So students, let us calculate the acceleration of the object. Acceleration, what is the formula for acceleration? Acceleration, we already know that acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. Velocity we already have calculated. So acceleration A is equal to d upon dt. Substitute the value of velocity. This was 60 square minus 60. So this will be d upon dt 60 square minus d upon dt 60. What you will get? So differentiation, 6 will be out. What will be the differentiation of t square? T square differentiation will be 2t. Minus 6 will be out. What will be the differentiation of t? Differentiation of t will be 1. So 12t minus 6. This is the acceleration of the body. Okay. Now students, for t is equal to 2 seconds we have to calculate. So let us substitute this value. So 12 into 2 minus 6. So this will be 24 minus 6, and this will be 18 meter per second square. You already know the unit for acceleration, that is meter per second square. Okay. I hope you understood all these numericals which we have done on today's session. Thank you. God bless you. Good evening, class 11. So our today's topic is integration. We are going to start the new topic, and that is integration. Differentiation you already have studied in my previous lectures. So let us discuss about integration. What is the meaning of integration in the daily life, day-to-day life? If you have studied the word, if you have read the word somewhere, I am going to tell you the meaning of integration is to combine. Okay. For combining two things, for adding two things, we are often using the word integration. So what is the meaning of this here? Actually, integration is the inverse function of differentiation. Okay, so I can give you one example, by that you can understand this. For example, suppose fx. What is fx? Is a function of x. Fine. Now suppose, students, we know the differentiation of fx, and we know when we will differentiate fx, we will get fx. Here I have written capital Fx, so don't be confused with it. Now, differentiation of fx is fx. Then how we can calculate this fx by using this fx? Is there any method by which we can get the value that whose derivative is fx? So, integration is the method by which we can calculate, if the derivative of a function is given to us, then we can calculate the function by using integration. So, if we will integrate this capital Fx dx, then we will get fx. What is dx? This dx denotes that we are integrating this function with respect to x. So this dx is actually denoting that with respect to which function we are going to integrate this. So this is the symbol for integration. Remember the symbol, okay? And this is fx. We can get the value of it. Now students, in the similar way, you have studied few formulas related to differentiation. You are going to study few formula related to integration. So the very first formula which you have to learn for integration is, sorry, I have written d upon dx. Instead I have to write integration. So integration x power n dx. This you are going to study. If you are going to integrate x power n, what you will get? You will get x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c. Now what is this c? This is a constant. Why this constant is introduced? I can give you one example for understanding this. For example, suppose we are differentiating sin x. What will be the answer? We already know differentiation of sin x is cos x. So cos x is the answer. Fine. Now suppose we are differentiating sin x plus 7. What will be the answer? Because the differentiation of a constant is 0, so we will get cos x. Suppose we have differentiated sin x plus any constant, say 11. What will be the answer? That will be cos x. Okay. So every time when we are differentiating either sin x plus 7, either sin x plus 11, we are getting cos x only. We are not getting that constant which was added. So while integrating cos x, how I can be very sure that the answer will be sin x only? Where is the constant gone out? That is why while integrating cos x, we should introduce a constant. That constant is the value which could be added while we were doing the differentiation. So I hope you understood that why this constant is introduced. Now students, this is the formula x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Now based on this particular formula, few questions which we are going to solve right now. Okay, so please go through this video fully. Now students, the questions which I have written already, which we are going to solve now, that is integrate the following. The very first is integration of x cube. What will be the integration of x cube? That's very easy for you. Formula already is written. Okay. So integration x cube will be x power 3 plus 1 divided by 3 plus 1 plus c. So this will be x power 4 divided by 4 plus c. So this is the integration of x cube. Now students, another question which I have written. Second one is x square plus x, or x square plus 1 upon x. So students, what should we do? The very first step should be consider this as any variable. So let y is equal to x square plus 1 upon x. Okay. Now what we have to do? We have to integrate this. So integration of x square plus 1 upon x dx, this we have to perform. While integrating, when we are having more than one term, means two terms are there, individually we have to integrate. So when this bracket will be open, this will be like x square dx plus integration 1 upon x dx. For integrating this x square, we already have one formula, x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So if you will apply this formula, this will be x power 2 plus 1, that will be 3 divided by 3 plus 1 upon x. Sometimes students get confused, they think that we have to write 1 upon x as x power minus 1 and we can apply the same identity which was written here. No, you will not do in this way. You already have studied one thing, okay, just take it on side and remember one thing which you have studied, that was d upon dx log x. What was it? 1 upon x. As I taught you that integration is inverse function of differentiation. So differentiation of log x is 1 upon x, then integration of 1 upon x will be how much? Answer is log x. So students, this answer is for log x by the same identity. So x cube upon 3 plus log x plus c. This is going to be answer. Why we have written c? I have told you, in every answer of integration we will write c. Okay. Now students, we are going to solve one more question. That is third one for integration. This is x minus 1 upon x whole square. So how to integrate this x minus 1 upon x whole square? Firstly, elaborate this by a minus b whole square. So this will be a square plus b square minus 2 into a into b. Okay. So this is what we are going to integrate. Integration, and we are integrating this with respect to x, so we will write dx in end. Okay, so this is the proper notation how to write the integration question. Okay, if you don't write dx, if you don't make the symbol, maybe marks will be deducted out. Okay, so please take care about this. Now this will be integration x square dx plus integration 1 upon x square will be x power minus 2 dx minus x and x gets cancelled out minus integration 2 dx. Now students, what will be the integration of x square? I already have told you one formula, one identity, that is integration x power n is equal to x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c. So apply the same identity here. This will be x power 2 plus 1, that will be 3 divided by 2 plus 1, 3 plus x power minus 2. So this will be x power minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1 minus 2. What will be the integration of dx? Dx is a very small elementary part, and when you will integrate this, you will get x. Or you can say here is 1, so integration of 1 is x. Now students, this will be x cube upon 3 minus, because here is minus in the denominator, so minus 1 minus 2 minus 1, so minus 1 upon, this will be 1 minus 2 minus 1, x power minus 1 was there on the numerator, in the denominator this will be x only, minus 2x plus c is going to be the answer. I hope you understood all the methods about integration and all these questions. Thank you. God bless you.